Sometimes I think it's a bit too far down. Now you can see me. I'm making soda bread. We're not eating bread at the moment, as you know, because we're only eating meat. But I'm making this because my mom is coming tomorrow. Rob's sister is coming on Sunday, so somebody will be taking some bread home. So it's an ideal opportunity to make it. There was a number of you who asked for this. Philip O'Neill, Anne Smith and John Shaw. So this is for the three of you, and for anybody else really who remembers having soda bread as a person growing up in Ireland really, because it was on every table. So I'm going to start off with my bowl. I've got a loaf tin here. I'm hoping this isn't too big. I have a smaller one, but we'll see how we go. I have my oven set to heat up to about 190 centigrade. And what I just wanted to show you is, because we're eating so much red meat, we're left with all of this tallow from making a lot of bone broth. It looks a bit like cheese. And I have greased my tin with the tallow. So just wanted to show you that really. That's what you can use tallow for many different things. We're using it for cooking at the moment and greasing and all sorts of things like that really. What do we need? We need flour. I've got half and half, white and wholemeal. Buttermilk, very important. We're buying only this milk now, Glan Cross Dairy. It's not homogenized, but it is pasteurized, and you'll know the milk bottles, they look like this. This is a clean one. And at the moment I'm really loving this. We are drinking tea, I'm having decaf. Rob's gone cold turkey and everything, so he's not even having tea. But the amount of cream that you get in the top of this is amazing. So we're only buying this milk now. Yeah, so that's the milk I have. You need bicarb, you need an egg, and I'm going to put a little bit of my honey into it as well. So we'll start off with the bowl, and we need a wooden spoon obviously. I've got my scales under here. Can't see, and we're going to put some salt in as well. My scales is under here, and I'm going to use 275 of whole grain flour and about 200 of white. This is an Irish flour made in Kilkenny. It's in all the Sioux values or whatever. I haven't bought this one before, so I don't know what it tastes like or what it's going to be like. This is, Rob only buys Caputo white flour, so apart from the spelt obviously we buy, but he buys this for pizzas. So we're going to use 200 of this one in on top. There we go. We're going to use a teaspoon of bicarb soda and a little bit of salt. There, pinch of salt. I'm going to mix that up. So it's just mixing all the dry ingredients together. My mom used to make this when I was small. I don't know if Rob's mom did, I must ask him. But, or I must ask her. But this was always a smell of soda bread. I love the smell of newly baked soda bread. So now I have one egg, and 350 ml of buttermilk. And my last thing then is just a little bit of my honey. I'm just going to put a teaspoon in. We're going to mix this up. Now, maybe I should have whisked the egg before I did this. Look, I figured it's all going to get mixed up together and we'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about it, but perhaps I could have whisked the egg up a bit. So we're going to form a kind of a batter. I think you could use more whole grain flour if you wanted, but it's very coarse the more you use, so you're using 50-50 now. It's actually, I can't remember the last time I made this. It's quite a long time ago. So it's quite nice to do it again. I can see already that this loaf tin is way too big. So I'm going to use this little one. The one thing about using tallow for everything is that it's you have to keep your kitchen clean, as we discovered quite quickly, because it's not that it smells bad, but it just smells like meaty and fatty. So this morning I gave everything a really good scrub because you can just smell it because you're cooking with it all the time.
Oh, you're using my good flour?
You're a 00, yes.
Yeah.
So we're all ready to go. We're going to pop it into the tray. It's all mixed up, looking good. I had it at home a lot. My mum used to make it as a round loaf. She used to just make it on like a baking tray, and it used to just be round and kind of cut in quarters. I'm making it in a loaf tin, but I suppose you could make it round as well. And I do remember when I was in boarding school, there was always soda bread there as well, and they used to make it in the lady there at the time, she used to make it as a loaf. Now one thing I'm just going to add, because it's nice, is just to put a few oats on top. Just decided to do this sort of last minute. We'll just put a few oats on the top. There we go, and we'll pop it in. And so we're going to pop it into the oven now for about, I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. So the batter looks like, you're a bit far away there. So yeah, there it is, ready to go with the oats on top. And I'm going to pop that into the oven here for 35 minutes. So we'll have a look when it comes out. How exciting. Time to whip it out. So we'll have a quick look and see if it's done. I think it should be by now. Oh, look at that. What do you think, Rue? Yeah. That looks good. Very good. So we'll see if we can get it out of the tin. This is where it all goes wrong. Sugar. You should not want to come out. Oh, it does! It's out! Look at that. Nice. There you go. Now, needless to say, Rob has already said he wants a bit with butter. Despite this carnivore diet, we're going to cut it. I don't think that's going to last too long, actually. Once everybody sees it. Rudy! You're jumping up to see it too? Let's see if we can give it a slice. Now, probably better to wait for it to cool down before you do this, but anyway. You still want to have the melted butter on it. So. Oh yeah. Very nice. Actually, I can fully recommend that whole grain flour, because it's all full of seeds and that as well. Oh, shitballs. Not fully cooked.
It probably is, but you shouldn't open it for an hour, maybe. Anyway, take off the 2 slices at the edge and pop the rest back into the oven. The residual heat will be okay.
I always like, of any bread, I love the crust. So let's see. Do you want to try a little bit, Rob?
Sure do.
Oh yeah. Very, very good.
What's this like? 6 weeks without bread?
I'm going to get some jam.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's perfect.
We have a little bit of jam here that our neighbour made, a bit of blackberry jam. That's just asking to go on here. On top of the butter.
Yep, it's begging. On top of the butter. You guys know how I feel about that. Butter and jam is no bueno.
Yummy.
Raspberry and blueberry.
Very, very good. Good call. John, Anne, and Philip.
And everyone else that asked.
Good one. We hope to get round to do the other recipes, and I think we will. But we're just really trying to get stuck into this eating healthy and eating mostly carnivore at the moment, and it seems to be doing the world of good for us. So, but I'm sure over Christmas we'll be able to maybe catch up with a few. Special shout out to Stacey, who gave us a donation for a saw.
Thank you so much.
I'm very excited about picking that out. Thank you. I mean, it's ridiculously generous. And also, out of nowhere, came in a gift voucher from a Rachel, who is part of the digital content team at Lidl. She sent us out a gift card.
She was only the proxy. I have heard that Arnold Schwarzenegger himself loves West Cork Wonder. He got on the Lidl and said, send out something nice.
We love the park side.
Yeah.
So thank you to her as well. I was completely, like, ridiculously generous, and we just very unexpected. In fact, I think they happened on the same day. And we were like, holy moly.
We've made the big time.
Yeah. So, but just lovely to have that.
It's great to have support.
Scrap that.
And there's a few people as well that have asked about a wish list. We don't have a wish list. If you want to support us, just buy our postcards.
Yeah.
We like taking money from you, but we do love giving you something back in return. So head over to Ko-fi, just buy one of the postcards if you want to support us. That's more than appreciated. And if you want to send a tip or something, work away. We thank you for all your involvement and support so far, and in the future.
Yes. So slán go fóill.
Go raibh míle maith agat.